You are also allowed. Started? Should I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in this chapter, this is history chapter first, our pasts. In this chapter, we are going to study about history. There is screen visible where I have written about chapter. The first thing, we should know what is history. So what is history? It is study of our past. It tells us about how the people were, their lives, their actions, and what they believed, what religion they followed. So these many things we get to know because of history only. Then this history has been divided into three parts. Firstly, it is prehistory. Then after that comes proto-history, and at last, history. What is prehistory? This is the time when there were no written records were found. We have no written information about this period. What is proto-history? In this period, we find some evidences about this period, but that script is not deciphered yet. We cannot recognize what is written. We cannot identify. We cannot read what is written. Okay. Then third, history part. Here, everything we get is written form, is in written form, so we get to know what happened here. But prehistory and proto-history we cannot study in detail. Reason being, we don't have any written records about it. So these are the three periods, or I can say divisions of history. Then comes why to study history. So I have written some points. Firstly, how past influenced our present. Why we study history? To get to know how our past influenced our present. Okay, what happened in the past and how it is influencing our present. If I say there was invention of wheel, so how it influenced us, invention of fire, how it influenced us, this all we get to know after studying history. Then comes the second point. Studying history or studying our past helps us to understand our roots. What are roots? That what cultures were followed, what religions were followed, what qualities people had, what skills they had, and whatever they did, why they did. So these all things also we get to know by studying history. Then third point is to study about social evils. What were the evils? What were the bad things about the society? So all things like slavery, the caste system, the poverty, these all were there in the past, and these were some social evils. And there were some reformers in the society which tried to stop them. So this also we get to know from studying past. Then the next point is how humans, cultures, and civilizations have developed, how they have changed. Initially, early human beings used to live in jungles. Then slowly and slowly agriculture started. Then slowly and slowly settled life started. So this all we got to know from history only, from our past only, from the written documents we received. And the last point, why we study history, to know that what mistakes were committed by people in the past and how we can improve those mistakes. We should not repeat those mistakes so that we can make our environment better and better. So understood till here? I told you about what is history, the divisions of history, and why we study history. Understood? You have to say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this
Yes,
page which
ma'am.
I have, okay, only one person. So this page, understood. Now I'll share the other page which I'll tell you about how to count years and how geography shapes our history. So I'll stop the screen sharing and I'll share the other page. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
have you started?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now the next topic is how to count years. Now we said that prehistory, then comes the proto-history, then history until date. How many years back it happened? So how to read that? How many years ago it happened? So there are two terms which we use to count years. So one term is BC, the other is AD. The meaning of BC stands for before Christ. This is the time period before the Christ, the Jesus Christ was born. And AD means Anno Domini. The other term for Anno Domini is CE, that is Common Era. And this is the time period after the Jesus Christ was born. Can you see the timeline I have drawn there? There is one point when the Christ was born, the birth of Christ happened. So before the Christ's birth, the time period is known as BC. And after it is known as AD. AD का मतलब होता है Anno Domini and it is in the year of a Lord. Now the interesting thing about is BC is counted backwards and AD is counted forwards. मतलब in increasing order it happens. Whereas in BC it is in descending order. That means if I say 3000 BC, 2000 BC, which was more earlier? It was 3000 BC was more earlier and after that 2000 BC happened. Whereas in ED, it ascends. It is in ascending order. That is, first 1000 AD will come, then after 2000 will come, and then after 3000 AD will come. So this is the counting of years. Now comes how geography shapes our history, how it influences our history. As you know, geography includes some physical features are Himalayas, they are plains, they are desert, plateaus, coastal plains. So here we are going to understand how these physical features shaped our history. So firstly, if I'm going to talk about Great Himalayas, now you all know that in the north of India, Great Himalayas are there. So these Himalayas are acting as barriers so that no invaders could enter into India and they could harm us. But still many people entered India because of the passes in the mountains. Passes are the routes where they could enter. So some travelers came to India and with them they brought many new cultures, many new ideas, even some goods were exchanged. So again, it influenced our history. Some changes happened because of them. Then the next physical feature is northern plains. Because we know that northern plains are very fertile, so what will happen? Because of the fertility, many new empires flourished here. Beta, pause the video once. Okay, now continue. So now, if I was explaining about northern plains, so as the northern plains are very fertile, so agriculture can be done here very nicely. So as the agriculture can be done, so more and more empires flourished here because of availability of water as well as very fertile land. Then the third geographical feature or the physical feature is desert. Now you all know here the habitation is very difficult. People survive very because of difficult features, because of the climate, hot climate. Survival is difficult here. So new habitats, new cultures were very difficult. So very rare people, very less number of people settled here. Then came the Deccan Plateau. You all know that Deccan Plateau is separated from the north because of Satpura and Vindhya ranges. So now because of Satpura and Vindhya ranges, southern part of India separated out from north. So Deccan Plateau here, so strong base for kingdoms of south happened such as Cholas and Chalukyas. So many new rulers did not came here. So it was under Cholas and Chalukyas. And lastly came the coastal plains. Again, plains are there, so water body will be there. Coastal area is there, so water body will be there. So again, it was acting as a natural barrier for them. The water bodies acted as natural barrier for them. And as well as trading also happened. Reason being, as a water transport was available, so more and more people came here and trading could be done for spices. So Britishers also came through sea routes only. So trading happened. Okay. Yes, stop it.